inputs from it. The awards will be split as follows: the existing entrepreneur of the year, women entrepreneur, innovative business entrepreneur of 2015, young entrepreneur IBCN 2015, entrepreneur with a social impact. These are the 5 categories in which awards are going to be given and chosen from the jury headed by Mr. M. Murugappan along with Deloitte representative and other jury members. The business plan competition, again, it is going to be discussed with you in length with our committee. It's a competition for people who have business ideas. As we have already discussed, in nowadays, ideas earn money. Earlier it was money earn money. So there are a lot of opportunities mainly for the youngsters and people who want to scale up. Selected business plans will be supported by NSRCL of IIMB to make it a viable business. These are the entrepreneurs who have been telecast their success stories, their inspiring success stories shared in our website. There are a few from Chennai also. This is a registration procedure. Again, one of our committee will come and explain it to you. You can register it online and send us a mail. There are about already 300 plus have been registered and we have very few left. Totally it's 500. We cannot go beyond 500 because the focus, to keep the focus completely there for the audience, as well as to get more a quality audience, we have restricted the numbers to 500. So there will be about 200 left and anybody interested can register here. We are making some private placements also. So this is about our IBCN. So the registration of the conference will be open, as I said, after this. We request your participation in the event on 3 levels. To participate and take home all we have to offer in IBCN 2015. To submit your sparkling resumes for the Entrepreneurs Awards Night. As more than just recognition, it provides you a very big opportunity. And to encourage other young fellow Nagaratars to submit their business plan for the business plan competition. We promise you everything you expect and much more there. As a group of committed individuals from NEU, we have been working relentlessly to make it a very successful year for all the entrepreneurs and aspiring Nagaratars of Nagaratars. We want to keep all ceremonies, activities at bay and make it a mean purely business. Recently, we even had a workshop to equip ourselves for a better performance in this great conference. This is a great opportunity to meet, and for a small community as ours, we are all the support we can get. Let us join hands in pledging to take the Nagaratar community to a new level worldwide. Hoping to see you all in Coimbatore. Thank you. Just a few more points I would like to add. We have, which will be played about 1.5 minutes. We would request you to promote this great event to all your friends in Chennai and around Chennai to participate in this. We also plan to live webcast this program. We already webcasted this program for the promo event, for the launch event also. And we would be promoting this main event also. We would be staging this main event also in the webcast. So those who are unable to register, you can also see it in the webcast. This movie can be played now? 2 minutes, it will be, not now? Okay, so all the audience here who have the WhatsApp facility in their mobile phone, they will be reaching this short video film, 1.5 minute film, which will be carrying all the highlight information of this conference. I would also thank this MLM family, the entire family of MLM, to provide this venue at a very short notice and give us all the support. Now I would like to introduce my team of NEU. Some of you all should know them, but for the others who do not know them, I would call upon all them to the stage. Yeah. He's Mr. Saravanan from Devagotai, our convener. Start there. Chokkalingam, our co-convener from Karaikudi. Mr. NMV Alagappan from Rayapuram, and Mr. Muthuraman, Lakshmi Ceramics, our co-chairman, and Mr. O. Somasundaram from Araval, our treasurer, and Mr. Narayanan from Ariyakudi, our venue committee, and Mr. Muthu from Arimulam, and Mr. Manikam from Kandavarambatti, and Mr. Chennai from Valayapatti. Just go close. Cover panikalam. And Mr. Ramanathan from Athangudi. Mr. Vishnu from Araval. Mr. Vairavan. Mr. Ramanathan from Natarajapuram. And Mr. Annamali from Pudupatti. Mr. Valliyappan from Natarajapuram. And Mr. Velayan from Devagote. O.L. Subramaniam from Natarajapuram. Yes, come. And we have added one more new member, Mr. Karapia from Kallal. I'll request you to call. Yeah, come to the stage. Now, other than this, there are about 6 NRI members who are out of country and out of Coimbatore. Otherwise, all are from Coimbatore, doing business in Coimbatore. And with this big team and great team, we are able to do this. Thank you very much.
Head, and he'll talk to you about the session, the 2 days.
Many you what we are planning for our sessions at IBCN 2015. But please bear with us. The objective is to ensure that every single delegate who comes to IBCN 2015 has an enriching experience. Substance over glamour. There are many successful Nagaratas among us who have achieved many things in their profession and business. Some of them may be able to present it well, some of them may not. What we are looking forward is not just people who can speak with a lot of eloquence, but we are looking at people who have really worked hard to come up in their life. And what we would like to showcase is people who have substance who can be showcased there. Otherwise, good speakers have ample opportunities. I'm not saying good speaking is not important, good speaking is. But the purpose of IBCN 2015 is to showcase those people who have worked decided to choose the substance over the glamour. Focus on delivery through innovative formats. What do I mean? There's always a content and how the content is delivered, whether it's a classroom or a conference. It's not what you learn, it's also how you learn. What we have decided, since, as I said, not all of them may have the capability to present themselves, we are coming out with various formats through which even people who may not be able to present are able to convey what they want to convey. And we invite reference from each and every one of you present here who can be invited as speakers for IBCN 2015. But please note, we would only gather a database, but then we will go through an extensive process by which we short partner Deloitte. The various session formats, just to quickly run you through, unlike most business conferences, which are limited to panel discussions, we may not limit ourselves just to panel discussions. We would have case studies by successful entrepreneurs. We would have TEDx kind of speeches, what we call as the IBCN X talks. And like Mr. Palniappan was saying, it's quite possible that Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev would have a panel, would have a discussion with us in the format of a chat over coffee. And we'll have town hall sessions which will make it a little more participative for the delegates to ask questions to the speakers. We may have certain parallel breakout sessions. We'll have open forums where it can make it even more participative by the delegates. I'm again repeating here, these are sessions planned to make it engaging and not to make it a monologue from the speaker. And Mr. M. M. Murappan has already agreed to do a pre-conference event, and we will look for some more parallel sessions prior to the conference, and we'll roll out more details on those. Some of the session topics, again, these are tentative, but pretty extensive topics. Some of them might sound a little interesting. Value versus wealth, dilemma of an entrepreneur, taking the plunge into business, when and how, because quite often people come and ask me, when is the right time to start a business? My identity, how does our identity as a Nagarata matters for us to choose a career? 0 to infinity case studies of success stories from nothing to amazing successful businesses. We have some of them in our own NEU. And again, whenever we talk about a career choice, we are so trained that we only talk about engineering, medicine, and thankfully now a few more professions, but we want all our children to also consider business as another choice. Not necessarily the students, even people who are already working. It's just to set them to rethink and look at business as a career choice. And family businesses, resolving conflicts, taking our existing family businesses into a next level of operation. Ethics and corporate governance, planning for succession, scaling to the top of the corporate. Again, sometimes there's this misconception that entrepreneurship is only about business. Today, if you have to reach to the top of the corporate, you need to understand that you are just the custodian of the money given to you, and you need to take all decisions as if you would do in your own business. So even in corporate, there are only two things. One, you just go into like a traditional bank job, do your job 9 to 5, work till you retire, and retire probably having grown 3 or 4 levels from the time that you joined. The other thing is, if there are people, a very few of us, who are really making it to the top of the corporate world, it's because they never looked at it as somebody is my job. They probably took the onus on them and delivered as if they would. It is their own business. So even to make it to the top of the corporate world, you still require the entrepreneurship skills. So it's not a very clear distinction between saying that if you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to run your own business. That's what we are advocating though. But then I'm saying, even if you want to make it to the top of the corporate world, you still need to be you still need to feel as if that you own that business. And we would showcase some of those success stories where people have made it big in top of the corporate world. And inspiring your team to succeed, and also learning from the other similar communities, the Jews, Parsis, Marwaris, etc. And of course, business is all about money. So funding your business, and a lot of new concepts that are coming into our businesses today, which a lot of large businesses are using, to look at how some of them could be adopted for our own businesses. Topics like the big data analytics, moving beyond borders in terms of exports, etc. Accounting, not for the sake of tax authorities, not for the sake of taxmen, but how to look at accounting from our own perspective of how to drive a business using the data that we have in our accounting systems, using technology to transform our business again. Somewhere we feel that as a very conventional community, we seem to be not driving the change from the front. We seem to be, I always say, change is the order of the day. If you need to change to succeed, but you need to change rapidly in today's world if you really have to succeed. Changing just when others change, you have no choice but to follow. Right? So with this, I would probably like to again say it's substance. We are going to focus on two things, not just the content, but how the content is delivered. What we are promising you is the experience that you will get during the 2 days of the conference. Before I sign off, let me commit to you, on behalf of NEU, the 2 days for every single delegate there, it's our aspiration that it becomes the game changer in your life. You'll have 2 eras, before IBCN 2015 and after IBCN 2015, and that's the commitment from Team NEU. Welcome to IBCN 2015.
Session. Now I request Mr. S.P. Ramanathan from the awards team to talk about the awards.
Program is not alone to celebrate the success of individuals, it is also to showcase the success to the next generation so that it inspires the next generation to become an entrepreneur and to showcase them what a business success can be. So I request all of you to motivate your kith and kin, and if you yourself one among those inspiring people, to inspire the next generation and participate in the awards program. We being from a conservative society, we always think, no, we have not achieved that much to aspire for these awards. No, it's not the question of what you have achieved. It's a question of where you have come and where you have reached. So it's a question of more of inspiration than of self-proclamation. Now going to the awards, we have 5 awards. The classifications will be done by our team. So you need to just simply fill up the awards nomination form, which is available in the website of us, ibcn2015.org. The nomination form is available online. The second level of nomination form we'll seek from the selected few, and the finalists will be selected by the juries, who will be headed by Murugappan of Group, and Mr. Palan of Malaysia, and Mr. Alagappan of Kottayur, who is the CEO of Bank Nagra, is like RBI in Malaysia, who is a very acclaimed person over there, and Mr. Manikam Ramaswamy of Loyal Textiles, and one representative from Deloitte, who is our knowledge partner. So I kindly request you to participate and inspire your kith and kin to participate in this program and help us make this awards program a success. Thank you.
Contest team to talk about that.
The reason which triggered off this competition, the idea behind this was we were thinking that there was a statistics which was displayed earlier. About 20, 30 years back, they were about probably 90% of our people were in business. And today it has come down to 30% of them. And whenever we meet any youngster and just ask him, hey, what are you going to do after your education? The typical reply we get is, probably I'm looking for a job in Infosys or CTS or one of the consulting companies. So we just went and spoke to a few of these people who have been with, let's say, CTS or one of these companies for the last 10, 20 years. So where are they today? Probably they've become, in the highest of the order, probably has become a VP of the company or probably heading a project. And, you would have spent 20 years of your prime time and your earning potential at that point is probably in the range of maximum of about 30 to 40 lakhs per annum. So is this what you're going to do all your life? And after you spend, your prime time between, 20 to 45 years, it becomes a challenge to acquire a skill. Your risk-taking ability goes down. So typically we're seeing that, people are shying away from entrepreneurship. The reason being very simple. It's much more an easier path to take a career in a software or in a corporate today. And, the initial returns seem to be exciting. But whereas if you take the entrepreneurial path, your long-term ability to earn is far, far greater. So we just wanted to trigger this process within the younger generation just to taste what an entrepreneurship is like. Probably take a risk for 1 or 2 years. Try out something new. If you fail, nothing is going to go wrong. You can always go back to a career or there's a support system within the community to pull you up. See, ours is a very small community, but a very flourishing community. There's so much of wealth of knowledge in this community on entrepreneurship. If something goes wrong, you always have somebody to fall back on, and they can always give you a helping hand. And if you don't take a risk or a chance when you're young, when are you going to do it? So one of the stepping stones could be, if you have an idea to start up a venture, it can be any kind of a business. Maybe you need to just try it out when you're very young, maybe just out of college or just 1 or 2 years out of college, and that's the right time to start. So we just wanted to seed this idea so that it can germinate within our younger generation. Also people, who have been in a profession for 5, 10 years, they've always been mulling at the idea that, I should start something. But the challenge seems to be, when. So the point is, you need to take a first step somewhere. And this business plan contest could be that first step. You could start putting your ideas into a business plan and then, explore options. So I'll just walk you through a few slides, why we came up with this idea and how this whole process would go about. Okay, this is something very rudimentary. Like, a lot of people in our other road shows, the younger people came and asked us, what is the business plan? How do I write a business plan? So our thought process was this.